Hi guys, so in today's video I want to talk about the myths of the nitrogen cycle. Something I've come across a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. Like, if I wanted to say I'm not alright with hobbyists getting fed information that just doesn't make sense in my mind's eye. So the first one is, I was talking to a guy who's breeding discus, and he said my water's clean because I've got five filters on my tank. Now, so we've got this water here, haven't we? Now, it doesn't matter how many filters we've got on this tank. We could have, like this, where this 4-foot tank is, we could have as many Fluval FX6s or whatever canister filters underneath, filtering the top tank. Now, the thing is it's not gonna, doesn't matter how many you've got, if one will do the job. If you need enough bacteria that lives in one to do the job, then having 6 or 8 or whatever won't be making any more. You can only have a certain amount of bacteria. Like, you're only producing a certain amount of food for the bacteria, so they're only gonna populate as much as they can to consume that food. It doesn't matter how much space you give them to grow in. It's the limiting factor is the amount of food, not the space, most of the time. The only way you're gonna, if your ammonia is constantly high, then that's telling you that the bacteria aren't populating for whatever reason, and one of the reasons could be because there isn't enough space for them to populate. But, like, see this stuff here, now, if that's growing on K1, everyone calls it biofilm. But if it's growing on your glass, everyone calls it algae. Now, like, you don't want it on your glass, but you want it on your biofilm, don't you? You want it on your filtration media for some reason. But obviously, it's unsightly, but, and that's why we clean it off. But I like to leave areas in my aquarium with that. Like, I always talk about the ecosystem, don't I? So, you know, you just need to give enough room for that biofilm to grow, and it's growing on everything. And I could go into more depth on it, but there's no point in. The second point I wanted to refute is this. Right, so let me get a pad. I don't know whether you can see that. Right, so that's our fish poo, and then that releases NH3 ammonia and ammonium, which is NH4. Let's, yeah, so we can see that there, can't we? I don't know whether it's back to see. Right, and then what we get told is this, that nitrosomas, I'm going to spell it wrong, I know I am, but nitrosomas convert that into NO2 or nitrite. Yeah, that's what we get told happens. And then another bacteria, Nitrobacter, converts that into NO3. Yeah, so we got that there. That's what we get told happens in our tanks. Yeah, like that's the nitrogen cycle. But then, right, we get told, like, so here's a piece of wood, and right, so we got, it's my crazy Java fern. It's like, so we put some veins on it because we can, because it's our channel and we can do what we want, can't we? Even if it is going to. So there we go. There's our Java fern. Now what we get told is that this eats this. Like, I know Java fern's like quite a slow growing plant, and you want stem plants really, don't you? But you know what? That's nonsense. Do you know what happens? Don't need all that. So we got we got our ammonium, bang, that consumes that. So all that's nonsense. Plants don't, your bacteria's not doing that, and then the plant's doing that bit. No, it's doing that. That is consuming that. And it's competing with these bacteria for the ammonia. if any, like, and there's loads of research on it. I was reading one the other day. So I always I always talk about plants, like, in my tank, don't I? So there's my goldfish tank, yeah, fucking. So this has been dark, right, and there's still, so it's not algae, because algae lives in the light, and this has been dark for a while, so, yeah. And then look, got duckweed. We've got the duckweed. We got Alodia densa now. So I was reading a scientific study that said this stuff, they had ammonia, a byproduct of one of the chemical processes. This company was ammonia, and processing it was going to be an expensive thing, and they put this stuff in it, and within 24 hours the high levels of ammonia had dissipated. Like, it had gone down by 50% in 24 hours of these high level ammonias. So, and there was no benefit, the water, there was no beneficial bacteria or nothing in it. It was just Alodia densa. It just, that's why I keep plants in my tanks, like, and it's the unsung hero of my fish room, really, isn't it? We've got pothos going there, we've got duckweed, not duckweed, because it's floating. It's got the aerial advantage. You can get as much carbon dioxide as it wants out the sky. Oop, there's my derby goldfish. Yeah, so it's got so it can absorb as much. It can absorb all the nutrients it wants, because it's not limited by carbon dioxide. Now this stuff's amazing. It like doubles in no time. So, you know, if you got floating plants, you got breeding setups, get floating plants on the top, and you get away with murder. Same with this tank. We've got duckweed plus goldfish. Love eating duckweed. Alodia densa, and then this one, duckweed, Alodia densa, and then we've got let's say crips, lupins, or lucins, sorry. Yeah, like, see the green poops? That's because they've been eating the duckweed. That's where all these floaty bits are. These are like the roots of the duckweed. Check that out. Yeah, so I love my plants, don't I, guys? Like, I'm always, do you know what? I think it's like, it's a bigger part of my hobby than I let on. Like, all my tanks have got plants in. Remember, like, I had the small tanks in the living room. They had Salvinia floating on the top. They had Java moss in there. And there was a couple of other plants in there. Oh yeah, I had Rotella rotundifolia in one of them, didn't I? And I had pothos. So yeah, like, get some plants in your tanks, guys. Like, I see all these people with plastic I see all these people with plastic plants in the tank. Get some Alodia densa in there. Like it's like £2.50 a bunch. Get some in there. It's amazing. Anyway, guys, take care. See you soon.